Hello friends, now in this video I'm going to tell about the Java and what are the importance of Java and what are the basic things are coming in Java. So in this is tutorial actually for the beginners, and this is only the overview about the Java. If you want to know about more details about the Java, what are the things, how we will going to program on Java kind of a thing, so you can join my tutorial classes. That classes details are available in the description. You can go on the description and find out what are the things, how you can join the class, online classes. I have 7 years of experience in IT industry, so I worked on approxy so many tools, and not approxy actually, so many tools and so many technology like a Java and cloud services, big data, ETL tools like Talent, Pentaho, and Ab initio. So this kind of stuff I have experience, so I can tell you about the basic things about the Java in this tutorial video. So now we can start this thing. So firstly I can discuss about the importance of Java. So you know that one, in this world the importance of Java is a very means is very important over there. Means importance of Java is what I'm saying, but just leave it about that one. But yeah, my intents of to show that one, that importance of Java, why it is importance of Java in IT industry, because so many tools are based on the Java technology, like so many ETL tool like a Talent is based on the Java technology, Java language only. So that most of the frameworks and tools are based on the Java, and Java is a object oriented programming language, but it's not a pure object oriented language. It's a partial. Why I'm saying this one, I will explain in my tutorial classes. You can join that class and I can explain over there. So the third point is Java is used for the developed the desktop applications such as a media player, antivirus, etc. So yeah, anything is possible. Means one thing I just want to say, and every time means in my whole tutorial video, in this video I can repeat this thing, that everything is possible on Java language. The fourth thing is that Java is used to develop a web application. Definitely, there's so many languages like a .NET and other languages like Python, Ruby's are there. But for the web application, definitely Java is most time, means mostly every companies are using to develop their websites and their web services by using of a Java and their framework like struts and Spring and Hibernate. By using of this and combination of this, they can create or develop a web application. The next point is Java is used to develop enterprise application as a banking application. Definitely there are many tools which are using in banking for calculating and for taking all the data and to do the um, calculations and aggregations kind of a stuff. They can use their enterprises applications. So this application actually based on the Java language. The last point is Java is used to develop mobile application. Definitely that you know that one, means it means you people also have uh, Android phone. So Android is definitely is based on the Java technology. Yeah, so that means why I explaining all this point, means I just try to explain that one. Anything is possible in Java in IT industry. So now moving on the next point, the background information of Java. So who is the author, means who create that this hot coffee hot coffee technology, means that second name is a hot coffee. That's why that logo is showing a cup there which contain a hot coffee. So yeah, the author of Java is James Gosley, and that right now present vendor is a Sun Microsystem, which has since merged into the Oracle Corporation. The previous that project name was Green Project. The type is definitely is a open source and a free software. Initial name of Java when it is created by James Gosley, the name was Oak language. Now we know that this language by the name of Java. The extension of this Java language, when we are creating a file by using of this language, it will be create by the extension of .java and class or .jar. Initial version it was JDK 1.0, means 1.0 Java Development Kit, which we know that JDK. Now the present version is a Java 8 2014, but yeah, I forgot to update this one. But yeah, now the present version is a to Java 8 2018. That operation system is a operating system. Why I'm saying this multi operating system? Because it doesn't depend on your OS, means on your operating system. It's a independent, means if you run on the window it will run, if you run on the Linux it will run. So it doesn't depend on the operating system. The next thing is Java classes. What is Java class? So it's a very common thing, means it's a base thing actually. Whatever we want to write or we want to put anything, we have to do in the class. Class is just like a box or just like a home where we have to put all the utensils or your TV, sofa, all those things. So they are like a object. And now that sofa is a green color or yellow color or white color, this is the their behavior, means there is the state. So I will explain what is object, why I'm saying what is object and what is the state and what is their behavior and this kind of a stuff. Like a TV, what their behavior, when you are switch on, it will on and it will show all the entertainment things to you. So like that. So that is a behavior. So state is like an object, behavior is like a method. I will explain later this thing. Now we will move on this thing. What is variable? Variable are used to store the control value. By using this value we are achieving project requirement. So by using of a variable we can store anything like any data type. So if we want to store any data type in anything, means anywhere, so we are using a variable for that one. So definitely variable is like a juice, like your box where you want to contain your food material or all stuff. So this kind of a thing, that is called a variable. Method is a behavior kind of a thing. So now let's assume TV is there. Okay, it's showing a entertainment. You can play a game over there also, so it will control the units also, it will control the display also. So this kind of a behavior is that one. So what are the method of that TV? That showing or display. So this is a one kind of a method of the TV. TV is like a class. Okay, it's like a object over there. So you know that one, that whole object, what I say, that state it means what kind of a things over there. So that is a TV, so that is a object. Object is a real world object. What object is anything, like a TV, like a sofa set, like a shoes, like a slippers, anything, it will be there. So what they means that object which kind of a behavior. So that behavior, it will define the method over there. So method will define the behavior of that object. So method inside the class directly writing the business logic are not allowed. Hence inside the class declare the method, inside that method write the logic of the application. So in this sentence I'm just explaining I'm trying to explain that thing, that any method it will show that behavior of that object. Object is nothing, is a class. Okay, means class is there, means what can I say, home is a class, TV and all those things are their object. Okay, or yeah, object, and method is their behavior. Now constructor. Constructor, actually class is a logical entity, it contains logic, whereas object is physical entity, it is representing the memory. So without constructor we can't create the object. That's the thing. Let's assume in the class if we do not define any constructor, the default constructor it will be create over there automatic, that all things, all stuff will handled by JVM. So JVM will take care about that one. Whenever we are creating a class, we just rotate all those things, stuff like that, and when we going to compile Java virtual machine, which is called a JVM, it will create a default constructor for that one and execute the class. Instance block and static block. Okay, so instance block are using to write the logic of project, and this logic are executed during object creation just before constructor execution. So yeah, definitely means instant block. What is instant block? Instant block do not need any object. It means when we are creating an object, that Java will create a memory inside the JVM. Okay, it will allocate a memory for that object. Okay, and it will load into the JVM for the execution. But for the instance block, that instance block will not create any object. It directly go into the JVM and it will ready for the execution. But for the static block, it will depend on the object, because that static block will connect it with the object. Whenever we want to execute a static block, we have to create an object. After creating the object, after allocated a memory, then only JVM will execute the static block. But for the instance block, it will not. So all things I will show programmatic. If you join my class, which is all details, means all details are available in the description, you can go through that one, you can contact me, I will explain over there what is instant block and what is static block. I will explain in more details. Okay, now moving to the next part, interface. So interface actually is also one of the type of a class. It contain only abstract method and interface, not alternative for abstract class. It is extension for abstract classes. So interface is nothing, is kind of a class only. There's a different types of class we have. One is a normal, which is we known as a normal class. Okay, the second one is a interface class, which contain only abstract method. Abstract means, what is the meaning of abstract? Abstract means to hide something. So that method, whenever we want to make secure code, when we are going to creating a web services or any program for the any product, so for that one mostly we are using our interfaces to hide the our core code. Let's assume any secure code we want to hide, to do not want to display on the website. So for that one we will create an abstract method for that one. Okay, so over there we will use this abstract method. So for that abstract method, which class we want to use? Interface. We will have to create an interface, and for this interface we will abstract our core code by using of a abstract method. The second thing is a marker interface. What is marker interface? Where we don't have any member, means in the method when we means in the interface, if you do not create any methods, means like abstract method or normal methods, which is hardcore which is core method, if you do not create it for inside the interface, then that interface will called marker interface. Now third thing is the adapter classes. It is an intermediate class between the interface and user defined class, and it contains empty implementation of interface method. So it is nothing like, it is a intermediate defining classes. Okay, so for that adapter, it will nothing contain inside over there like a marker interface, but in here when we creating an implementation in our base class or in our parent class, when we are creating an implementation of that interface, it will contain empty things. Maybe you do not means we are not defining anything inside that one. How we achieve all these three classes, I can explain only in my tutorial classes. So here I am just giving the overview, but how it will be possible and how will we do and achieve this thing programmatically, I will only show in my tutorial class. So you can see that one. And again I can say hiding and making a secure code and all those secure product, anything is possible in Java. So now the another next step is a string manipulation. Okay, so we have a many data types in Java. So like integer, okay, long and decimal and float. So all those things are the data type, but string is not a data type. String is an object, is a class. Many students did this kind of a mistake, but string is not a data type. String is a object. String is a class. Okay, so inside the string class we have a multiple methods. By using of this multiple method, we can use their multiple kind of a behaviors. Okay, that for that object we have a multiple behaviors. So we want to use of that behavior, so we can have to achieve if this kind of a behavior, we have to use this methods. Okay, so string is a immobility class. It means once we can create a string object, it is not possible to perform modification on existing object. It means string is a fixed object. We can't change. Let's assume if I create an object and if I put any what can I say, value inside that object, we can't change that one. We have to create another object if you want to use, or if you want to create any another values. Okay, so we have to create a new object for that one. How it is possible in programmatically, I can explain in my tutorial class, which is available in the description. You can go and check out here. Okay, so now another thing is a string buffer. String buffer is a mutable class. One more thing, string buffer, string builder, string, all threes are the classes. Okay, so string buffer have a mutable, so we can change the value in the string buffer. Same in the string builder. What is the difference between the string buffer and string builder? String buffer is synchronized and string builder is not synchronized. Means string buffer we can use in a threading, but a string builder no, it is not synchronized, so it is not a thread safe. So that's the difference between of the string builder and string buffer. If you want more details, I can explain in my tutorial class. Now the another thing is a collection framework. So in that collection framework, definitely collection is a most important part of our Java. In a real scenario project, a real-time project, mostly we are using a collection framework. So what is the importance of a collection? The main objective of a collection framework is to represent the group of objects as a single entity. So I already told that home is a object. Now society is there, so is a group of our object. So now society is our collection. Okay, so different type of society is in our town or in our city, definitely. So the similar way in Java we have a different type of collection. Okay, means that collection is there. Collection is a parent object. Inside that one we have a multiple classes, and that classes have a multiple interfaces. I will in Java collection framework provide a very good architect to store a manipulation the group of object. Collection API contain group of class and interface that make it easier to handle group of object, definitely. And collection are providing a flexibility to store relative and manipulated data. Yes. So now I think I already explained all those stuff. If you want to see all these things programmatically, you can go and see the details of my tutorial class in the description. Go through that one. I have explained over there all those things. I will explain, I will give you that study material also. I will help you out to install all the Java stuff in your laptop or in your computer. Okay, so all kind of support I can give. You just join my class, I will explain all those things. If you want this tutorial or tutorial class in any another language like a Hindi, so I can give you that thing also.